Do you have the right qualifications to be a stunt double, a fortune cookie writer, or a professional cuddler? Hi, I'm Laurie from TTPM. Find out in Mattel's new party game, Funemployed. In this game, players try to get hired for as many jobs as possible by talking their way into getting the job. One player starts out as the employer. The employer deals out 4 qualification cards to each applicant, and then gives himself a number of qualification cards equal to the number of applicants. Then the employer turns over 10 qualification cards face up in the center of the playing space. He reveals the top job card and places it in front of the applicants. Based on the job on the job card, applicants can switch out their qualification cards with the 10 cards in the play area. This is called building their resumes. Then each applicant interviews by explaining why the 4 qualifications in his or her hand make them the best fit for the job.
I have the power of confession. I can get anybody to confess their deepest sins.
When an applicant finishes her pitch, the employer reveals a qualification card from his hand, and the applicant must justify or explain how that qualification fits.
How being deaf in one ear also qualifies you for this position?
After all applicants have had a turn, the employer chooses which applicant is most qualified, and that applicant receives the job card. That ends one round. The player to the left of the employer becomes the next round's employer. The game instructions say that if you have 3 to 6 players, the player with the most cards after 2 rounds wins, and if you have 6 or more players, the player with the most cards after 1 round wins, but that doesn't make any sense to us. That would mean that if you've got 3 players, only 2 players would get a turn as the employer, and it would give the 3rd player an extra opportunity to earn a job card. It would also mean that you might end up with a tie, and that's no fun. So we think you might want to change the rules a little bit on that one and play until everyone has had a chance as the employer before you end the whole game. That said, this is a silly game that has the potential to get a little raunchy, which is why it's for adult players ages 18 and up, but it's really going to be more fun if you play the game with people who are willing to act silly in front of others. The game requires a lot of creative thinking in order to come up with the best interview. For where to buy and current prices, visit TTPM and subscribe to our YouTube channels for more reviews every day.